The Asia Pacific is very clearly one of the most important areas for internet applications. We are seeing the center of gravity moving to the Asia Pacific. Asia Pacific, in particular the South Asian region, has got some of the lowest internet prices or broadband prices in the world. However, we do not see a take-up of the internet commensurate with low prices and with the income levels in some of these countries. So the issue then is low prices are not going to solve the problem by themselves. We need to look at broadband quality. We need to look at issues of latency and sort of the quality of the experience that people get. And there I believe the Asia Pacific information superhighway will play a very important role, because if it takes 2 minutes to load a website, it's not a very pleasant experience for the user, and they will not use these things. But we do not see at LIRNEasia, we do not see this as the only problem. We see the entire ecosystem, for example, with regard to services and applications, the terminal devices, the rendering of local fonts and languages, all these things need to be addressed. And at LIRNEasia, we are dealing with all these issues. And we believe that the Asia Pacific information superhighway is a critical element in this overall puzzle of why we are not having internet use commensurate with the low prices that are common in our area. So the issue is that if we can get the cost down, which the Asia Pacific information superhighway will do, there will be a little bit more margin for the operators and the ISPs to put more effort into services, applications, even fonts and rendering of local languages, so that there will be more attractive content for people to work with. And that, we think, is critical to the future of the internet in the region. When you talk about ICT leaders for tomorrow, you have to distinguish between the people who will have the technical skills in software architecture and things of that nature, who can develop the apps, who can develop the companies, and who can indeed develop the entire industries in our countries, the next Bill Gates, the next Steve Jobs, etc. So for that, there's no question, you need the technical skills. But nowadays, people are actually developing these technical skills on the job through MOOCs, not necessarily through university courses. We work on big data, and we see that most of the relevant education for the data scientists happens while they are working rather than 3 years ago in the university. So that is one area. The other area is that these people have an enormous amount of energy. The world's largest bar camps and hackathons are today held in, organized in Myanmar. And we are talking about 4,000 people coming to one event. There's a tremendous amount of energy, and people are developing new applications, new ways of doing things, of making life easy, and maybe hopefully making money, and not only that, but also doing good. But what happens is that we have various laws and regulations that get in the way, that are barriers, that are obsolete, that do not recognize the energy that these people want, the things that they want to do. So what we need to do is to also develop a set of young leaders who can deal with the policy issues. It's good if they can have the technical skills. For example, we believe that our policy interventions in the big data space, in data analytics, has to be informed not only by law and economics, but also by the fact that we've got our hands dirty doing big data analysis, and we know what the actual issues are rather than working with some imaginary issues. But I think we need to develop young people who can make contributions in their own countries in this area, and that is what LIRNEasia, which is a regional think tank, does in Myanmar today, where we are working with the Myan ICT for Development organization, a homegrown Myanmar organization with mostly young people. I think everybody is below 40. and we are mentoring them and developing their capacity to make interventions on things as complex as spectrum policy, the new laws that are coming in, the pernicious laws such as the electronic transactions law that they have in the books. We are equipping them to effectively communicate with the government based on evidence to improve these laws and to make them enabling facilities rather than barriers to innovation. I'm Rohan Samarajiva. I'm the founding chair and the former CEO of LIRNEasia, which is a regional think tank active across developing countries in South Asia, Southeast Asia, and also to some extent in the Pacific. We believe it's our mission to help people improve their lives using knowledge, technology, and access to infrastructures. Our vision is of making ourselves redundant so that in the future the various groups within the countries that we work in will be able to fight their own battles and they won't need help from a regional organization.